With the advent of technology, vast amount of information is accessible through various means, but not everything is important, helpful, and relevant. How do you evaluate the information you're exposed to? Today, we will talk about the techniques in selecting and organizing information. In this video, we will talk about the types of brainstorming, graphic organizers, and outline, and the process in writing an outline. Before we start, answer this. During this pandemic, how do you do group activities with your classmates? According to an advertising executive, Alex Fakney Osborne, in 1953, brainstorming is a group or individual creativity technique by which efforts are made to find a conclusion for a specific problem by gathering a list of ideas spontaneously contributed by its members. Traditionally, brainstorming is a group activity, but you can also do it individually. Do individual brainstorming if you want to storm on your own because you like to get the ideas on paper before you consider discussing them with others. Meanwhile, especially when working in a project or a task, you may need engagement with other people. Whether it is individual or group, during a brainstorming session, you have to make sure that you are in a comfortable spot that is free from distractions. Once ready, first, focus on quantity. Consider all possibilities so you could generate as many ideas as possible before considering any of them. Next, if it is a group session, withhold criticism. Never criticize another participant's ideas. No idea is better than the other. Plus, your goal is to come up with many ideas. Removing criticism from the equation creates an environment to freely share thoughts and ideas without fear of judgment for it being considered wrong or stupid. At the end of the session, evaluate ideas. You may choose to improve ideas, combine some of them, and evaluate each idea to determine which are feasible, innovative, and best suited to accomplish your goal. While brainstorming, the use of graphic organizers may come in handy. In your context, graphic organizers help students to gather, sift through, organize, and share information. There are lots of techniques which you could use, from imagining you're in a different environment to putting yourself in someone else's shoes. And the most popular ones are road mapping, mind mapping, and SWOT analysis. Mind mapping starts with a single idea, usually the problem that you're trying to solve. After you write the goal or problem on the center of a piece of paper, circle it and create dashes around the central idea. In road mapping, your goal is to map out each step in the process to connect you from point A to point B. Lastly, SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. The goal for this brainstorming session is to determine the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats related to the current problem you're facing. From that information, you can often find the way forward by minimizing the threats, maximizing strengths, building up weaknesses, and embracing opportunities. Now that you already know what brainstorming is and how graphic organizers help, let's do this. Divide each of the following into 3 to 5 subcategories: academic studies, social media, healthcare, online games, movies, or series. There are 4 writing stages: pre-writing, actual writing, rewriting, and publishing. Each step has a different focus. In the first stage, pre-writing, this is where a writer gathers and organizes information related to the topic, after which you could now write an outline. An outline is a blueprint or plan for your paper. It helps you organize your thoughts and arguments into major topics, subtopics, and supporting details. And a good outline helps writing your paper very efficiently. Thus, it gives an overview of the topic in your thesis statement. In the introduction portion of your paper, you'll want to tell your reader what your paper is about and then tell what your paper hopes to prove. That's your thesis. So, an introduction gives an overview of the topic in your thesis statement. And the thesis statement is the brief articulation of your paper's central argument and purpose, while the body should contain all the necessary evidences that would support your thesis statement. Lastly, the conclusion is an important part of the paper. It provides closure for the reader while reminding them of the contents and importance of the paper. In other words, it is reminding the reader of the main argument. Let's do this. Rewrite each of the following main points in a parallel fashion. Another activity that could help you is this. For each of the following, determine what types of supporting material you would need and give reasons for your choices. I hope you learned something new today. See you next time. Bye.